Man, get up here in the Loft to get your head right.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Loft, a discriminating place where everybody's welcome, but your BS ain't, or you end up hung up on the wall, like Demo back there. BS, that's what we discriminate against up in here. Now, there's a right way to discriminate, and there's a wrong way to discriminate. And I'm gonna call out the most wrongfully discriminating people in America there are and have always been. And they just happen to be the ones who are always trying to accuse others of discrimination. Yeah, that's right, Democrats. The ones who instituted the discriminating apartheid laws this country is still so bitter about. And they still want to lecture us about discrimination as they want to let in the refugees of the most wrongfully discriminating theocratic system there is, Islam. As in submit to the doctrine of Islam or be literally taxed to death. Liberals be like, you're lying about Islam. They're not oppressive or violent. They're a religion of peace. Oh, okay, so what are these refugees running from then? You want us to blindly let in these refugees, many of which are Muslims, following a doctrine that says, kill the infidels or those who do not follow the doctrine to the letter. But despite seeing these refugees, you don't think that any of them are fleeing from Islamic tyranny because you're suckered into believing that Islam is a religion of peace. Okay, but I can understand why Democrats want to let a bunch of Muslims in though. Democrats who founded the KKK hate the Jews, just like Muslims do. So of course they're going to be tolerant of the Muslims. Now I understand that not all Muslims hate Jews and have a murderous agenda. But here's the problem with that. That means that these Muslims are discriminating against their own doctrine. Your religion instructs you to hate the Jews and those who are not Muslim. You're not willing to follow your own doctrine. You're trying to shape your religion to fit your ideals. Why would you follow a doctrine that you don't completely agree with? If you study your doctrine and find that you got to discriminate against things in it, you might not want to follow that doctrine. A big part of why I'm a Christian is because I've studied what Christ said, and I don't see any reason to disagree with him. Now, some of those refugees are Christian, but you got to play a little bit of roulette as to which ones though. So we're going to try to let the Christians in first, because the Christian faith doesn't tell us to murder people. You know, I mean, that's fair, but not the Democrats. They just want to keep on yapping about discrimination. Yap, 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 yap. That same old party of discrimination wants to lecture us about discrimination. Demo. Democrats are the biggest hypocrites concerning discrimination. Look at how they are with the LGBT folks. They're loyal to a party where they always feel discriminated against anyway. Because really, you can't just say LGBT. It's really supposed to be LGBTQRSTUVWTF. They feel discrimination in the very party that they're loyal to because some gender confused person is left out. Y'all are among the worst discriminators. Homosexuals discriminate against people of the opposite sex. There are fine women out there who would love to have a husband to raise a family with, but they're discriminated against by gay men. And there are gay men who want to raise children. And women be like, well, I am fully equipped to facilitate creating a child with you and raising the child with you. She'd be like, I'm built for child rearing. And the gay dude who wants to be a dad looks at her basic essential qualifications and discriminates against her in spite of all that and says, no, I want a man. And it's the same discrimination with lesbians wanting to be mothers, but discriminate against men for spouses. The male seed has to be married to the female egg in order for there to be a kid. That's the only way it works. Men and women need each other to perpetuate our species. This is like natural biological law. But the darlings of the Democrat Party, the LGBT, want to lecture us about discrimination. Transgender people discriminate against themselves. If you're a transgender-minded dude, you want to discriminate and try to eliminate your masculinity to be a woman, and vice versa for a woman. Y'all are wrongful about discrimination. Bisexuals probably think of themselves as non-discriminatory. They'd be like, nah, we're all inclusive. Well, actually, bisexuals are another thing that liberals claim to hate so much. Y'all are just freaking greedy. Democrats claim to hate greed, but y'all are the most greediest, covetous thieves out there, as you're always trying to intrude on the fruits of others. You want others to give up their wealth, their space, and their security just so you can feel good about yourself. I love how liberals try to quote Emma Lazarus and try to shake the torch of the Statue of Liberty at us. Give me your tired, your poor, and your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Interesting. Spock, Give me an interesting. Interesting. Because one of your main excuses for discriminating against the preborn and denying them the right to breathe free is that they're guilty of being huddled masses of cells. Another reason you liberals lean on for discriminating against and exterminating the preborn flies in the face of that poem. You know, the line about give us your poor. Yet if a kid is going to be born poor, you don't welcome that kid to the golden door. You discriminate against them and have them destroyed. Stir that up in your coffee, Starbucker. Thanks again for hanging out with me in the Zoloft, y'all. Make sure you share with your friends, family, even people who get on your nerves. Because remember, y'all, when you share and support my work, a little bit of leftism dies. Like the pride of a liberal who needs a cab, but all that's available is Uber. BS. That's what we discriminate against up in here.